Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's a rainy, kind of humid, drizzly Saturday today, so we're not working in the garden, but we are going to tour some gardens. We are at historic Yellow Springs in Chester County, Pennsylvania, at the site of the very first military hospital, or the remains of the first military hospital, built during the Revolutionary War to house soldiers that did not fare so well during the Valley Forge encampment in 1777, 1778. But they do have some beautiful gardens here, so come garden with us today as we tour the beautiful gardens of historic Yellow Springs. So this is the historic herb garden. Obviously, in the early days, they used herbs for medicinal purposes. Now, obviously, this has been restored, but they actually have some really pretty plants here. So this is in grateful appreciation to the Philadelphia Unit Herb Society of America for the establishment and maintenance of the Yellow Springs Medicinal Herb Garden. This garden interprets the colonial medical period of the historic site and enhances the goals of historic Yellow Springs. Dedicated September 20th, 1987. The project is an observation of We the People 200, a national celebration in Philadelphia of the United States Constitution. And it just started to rain, so we're just waiting out the rain here. But look at the size of that oak tree. I'm guessing that was here during the Revolution, but it was probably just a sapling. So while we are waiting for the rain to pass to film the herb garden, we're going to come down to the historic Washington Inn, where they also have a beautiful courtyard garden. And you can already see this beautiful Coosa dogwood in bloom. And in front of us we have some peonies that are pretty much going out of bloom now. There's a beautiful Itea back there and some beautiful oak leaf hydrangeas standing under the canopy of the Coosa dogwood. And there's some sensitive ferns. Not sure what this is, but anyway, let's turn around again and look at this beautiful shade garden with the oak leaf hydrangeas. There's some heuchera down there, some coleus, some astilbe in the back, some beautiful hockenacloa. Obviously somebody takes care of this because there are annuals planted as well, some pretty shade annuals. There's some hosta, some brunnera. An alder tree, possibly. Yeah. Some ferns down here. Like it's an alder. This looks like epimedium, some Solomon seal, and some more of the beautiful oak leaf hydrangeas. This is really pretty. I'm so glad we stopped here today. That up there looks like it was a native dogwood, possibly, that's out of bloom now. You can see a cherry laurel in the back there. Yeah, stand under the roof here. Look at all the beautiful hosta, a rhododendron that looks like it probably took a hit this winter. I'm guessing these are an ilex verticillata. I see some more Solomon seal back there. I see a big leaf hydrangea in there. Looks like an Aurelia Sun King and a gorgeous statue of a heron. Oh yeah, and there's another one down in there. And you can just see through there the beautiful courtyard garden that we're going to take a look at. Just started to rain a little bit heavier though. Some more hosta. This looks like a mountain laurel, spirea, beautiful Japanese maple, and another historic building you can see just through the foliage. Beautiful. Hydrangea arborescens in full bloom. I'm guessing Invincible, Ruby, or Garnetta, or something like that. It doesn't look like an Incredible Blush to me. Small holly down here. If you'd like and you are from the area, you can get married and have your reception here. Really beautiful place to do so. They also have, as you can see, town tours and village walks through August 21st of the historic Yellow Springs. Another beautiful oak leaf hydrangea in bloom. My husband and I did come here for a little talk in the winter. It was on a cold, snowy night. We came to a talk on like spring peepers and the salamanders that come out of the vernal ponds in the spring. It was so neat to walk through this village at night. There are very few street lights in the snow. It was just a beautiful experience. Let's go check out more of the gardens. Lovely old stone wall here. Oh gosh. We're going to continue down this little walkway here. Some more beautiful gardens, more hostas. Looks like some more big leaf hydrangeas, maybe some nandina. I'm not sure what kind of a evergreen that is, but it's definitely unique. Some more peonies, some astilbe. Now we are behind the Washington, and before we go down the steps there, because they have beautiful gardens that connect to the courtyard, just wanted to take a quick walk on the back here. There's some pretty 9-barks, some junipers that look like they probably could use a little bit more sun. Beautiful panicle hydrangea. The enormous sycamore tree. Lots of native red buds. That's a red bud right there. And there's another red bud right there. And I think the ones through there, the purple maroon ones, you probably saw them when we were doing the tour of the courtyard, maybe. Those are like either Merlot or forest pansy. And then another beautiful Coosa dogwood. And here we are above the courtyard garden. This looks like a beautiful double file viburnum. I just love the hydrangea arborescens. Those are becoming my new favorites. And the boxwoods are just enormous. Look at the size of that boxwood. I'll show you some even bigger ones in a minute. Yeah, these are beautiful purple red bud trees. And then another Coosa dogwood. So let's go back down these steps into the courtyard from that direction. This thing is just massive. I'm not sure how this is not on some kind of register of enormous trees. It's got to be really old too. It's got, yeah, it's all hollow. I mean, I'd be afraid that it was going to fall on the building. And then it's hollow again up top there. But anyway, so let's go behind this little garden. we're going to walk back through the courtyard. I think, oh no, we have to go this way. And then it's not pouring with rain anymore, so hopefully we can get back to the herb garden real quick. Oh, Chippy Miller just ran across. So we're going down these steps. And on either side there are massive retaining walls built out of these wood 4x4s. Just chock full of plants. I mean, you can see catmint in there, some more panicle hydrangeas and spirea. This is the boxwood. Look at it. It's got to be at least 5 feet tall, so I'm guessing it's probably, I'm going to guess it's a green mountain that's just been allowed to go. Some beautiful upright yews as well. A couple of really massive pieris underplanted with some Hakanakloa and some hostas, irises. Everything in this retaining wall bed just repeats. So boxwoods, panicle hydrangeas, the junipers all the way up top. Yews, spirea, hosta. I love the way they've mixed shade-tolerant plants with more sun-tolerant plants at the top. Brilliant use of space here. And I just love the hostas thrown in and amongst the wood chips. More ferns, more Hakanakloa. Actually, that looks like an Acarus ogon, actually. Some hellebores that are still looking really, really good. Some beautiful painted ferns. Gosh, these are the gardens that dreams are made of. Another beautiful Kusa dogwood. A little bit more open habit since it's probably getting a lot of shade. And now, since this side of these retaining wall beds is much shadier, we do have more yews and ferns and hellebores. Look at the ferns. Those are ostrich ferns. Absolutely enormous. Perfect place here to have a cup of tea. And then we're back to the courtyard. So we're going to go back through the courtyard and up to the herb garden from here. Oh, but, you know, I want to try to go back up this way because when I was standing up here, when my husband was filming down in the courtyard, I was looking down and I just saw a really pretty vista. So I want to get that on film. So here we are standing up above the shade garden that we just came from, and you just get this little glimpse through the courtyard garden and beyond to the building. That's the Lincoln building with the beautiful little covered walkway. That there are still some gardens we did not get along that walkway. That'll be the last thing we get. And I think it's starting to rain again. All right, it's still drizzling, but the sun has come out, so I'm guessing it's going to stop raining. But you can see how dark it is up ahead. I don't know if that's coming back this way, but we're just gonna go for it. Get to the herb garden real quick. Okay, so we are back at the medicinal garden. I don't remember where I left off, so we're just going to take a walk around and check things out. Ferns, wild geranium, and a pretty rose here. I'm not getting enough sun. I don't know what kind of rose that is. I don't have a tag. Do they?
No, I don't see one.
Aconite, or monk's hood. You can see lots of Gallium odoratum under here. American wild ginger. Nice ground cover for a shady area. Going to walk out from underneath the canopy of the trees because I'm getting soaking wet. Calendula. That's the pretty yellow. Horseradish. Hyssop. Although, I think that's rosemary. I think what's behind it is the hyssop. I see some parsley in there too. Obviously, digitalis foxglove. Germander. Irises. I'm guessing this is a verbascum. Yep, mullen. A baptisia here. And a lovely bench to sit in and take it. Sit and take it all in. I wish I could sit there. There's another bench up there. This is definitely a place that I think I'll be coming back to just come and relax. Dill. I think I see some fennel, some lavender, I see some thyme. Borage. Maybe you guys have heard of that. More germander, marigold, stackies, lovage back there, calamintha, which is the common catmint, not the nepeta, santolina, tansy root back there. I've heard that in something, a TV show or something. Hollyhock. Great for our native butterflies and caterpillars. Cherry laurel.
Looks like it's a butterfly.
Yeah, that looks like a butterfly weed. Christmas rose, which is the hellebore. I thought they were Lenten rose, but that must be a different kind. There's some more wild ginger back there, and then a native witch hazel. Beautiful. Some more foxglove, thyme, peppermint, lady's mantle, I don't see a sign on that. Not sure what that is. Sweet bay magnolia in the cage obviously needs to be protected from deer. Some more dill. Native iris versicolor back there. The marsh mallow. Pieweed. Dianthus, which obviously is not a native herb. Some yarrow. Some more milkweed. Betony. Some more of that marigold. Yep, just more butterfly weed. This one obviously gets more sun. It's in bloom. So pretty. The ruins below that you can see are the Revolutionary War Military Hospital. This looks like a sage. Look how big that is. It's even getting ready to flower. Yep, sage. Oh, that's feverfew. That's cool. I see some more lavender in the back there. Some more sage. Rosa Gallica Versicolor. Rosamundi circa 1581. Interesting. I don't know what the circa 1581 means. I'm quite sure that rose has not been here since 1581. There's some garlic chives, some more wild indigo. And just some more repeats. There's the fennel. Butterflies and caterpillars love fennel. Horehound. There's another one of those roses. And an Ilex verticillata. So that is the Revolutionary War Medicinal Garden at Historic Yellow Springs. All right, now we're going to take one more walk down through the over the walkway that has the roof over it, and just get you some more shots of the gardens beyond there before we end. Actually, since you saw the bits of the courtyard garden in here in the rain in a hurried fashion, let's just take a little bit of a slower walk. Obviously, these are hydrangea arborescens. The panicle hydrangea back there. I'm guessing these are either Annabelle or Incredible. Some beautiful ostrich ferns, and what looks to me a Ruby Falls weeping redbud. Another panicle hydrangea. Some irises that are done blooming there. Some hostas tucked underneath. And I think I see some dicentra back in there. I see some geranium, which is probably geranium roseanne or Johnson's blue. Some liriope. Yeah, look at the Aurelia Sun King. Beautiful. Here we have some more spirea, which do surprisingly well in shady conditions. I believe these are deutzia, which is what was lining the shadier part. Actually, I think it's lining both parts of the retaining walls. Back there, like the mid-level of the retaining walls. With some daffodils that look like they've gone over. Mastilbe. I see some more Nandina up there, some more boxwood. I'm not sure what this is. It looks familiar. Obviously some ageratum and some of the sedum ground cover. Just really pretty. Some more of the panicles mixed in with the hydrangea arborescens and some peonies back there. I see some penstemon. That's these pretty purple flowers. Oh, maybe that's what that was over there. Penstemon. It's just not blooming. Probably because it doesn't get enough sun. Right there in the middle is a lilac. I love their use of obelisks in here. I love the repetition too. Gardens that have repetition and then have like a specimen piece just tucked in here and there are just very eye-catching, and they're just very memorable. Some catmint, some more spirea, hellebores, deutzia. Now we're back to the other side and this beautiful fountain. These are pretty much just repeats. Rhododendrons and hollies and hostas, so we'll just walk slowly down here and let you enjoy. Actually, it looks like they're getting ready for an event. Tables are all set up in there. So thanks for coming along on this tour of the gardens at Historic Yellow Springs. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
All right.